Okay, exercise 1, test 0.1. You are not smoke here. Can you see the sign? Okay, this one seems to be pretty easy. You are not allowed to smoke here. Just don't forget the 2. Point 2. Bob. When I entered his apartment, I didn't even see him. Okay, so here we are dealing with 2 events. One of them happened before the other. So what we need to do is we need to consider which event happened before the other event. So we have 2 events. Bob. The first one is Bob leaving, and the other one is the fact that somebody didn't see him. So which one is which? Well, here we have Bob leaving, and here we have somebody didn't see him. So if that happened earlier, if Bob leaving happened earlier, we have to say Bob had left. Okay, so Bob had left when I entered. Didn't even see him. Sue not have holidays since she started taking care of her mother. Okay, so here, what are we dealing with here? Here we are dealing with a situation like this. Okay, so we have Sue, and since she started taking care of her mother, this is where she started taking care of her mother, which is past simple, and from that point on until now, from that point on, she hasn't had holiday. So this means that this is past simple and this is present perfect. So she hasn't had holidays since she started taking care of her mother. To the shopping center later, could you please buy me some sweets? Okay, so here we're asking about a favor. We're quietly asking for a favor, and when we quietly ask for a favor, we usually want to do it with the future continuous. So, will you be going to town later? Yes. Okay, then can you please buy me some new I don't know, some water or something else? So we are asking for a favor here, and we do that usually with future continuous tense. So I would do future continuous here, and that probably is the best option. Don't visit Max at 10 p.m. tomorrow. He will be watching the game then. Why are we using future continuous in this situation? Because we are actually talking about an action. This is future. This is the time axis. This is all future, and we are talking about a period of time that will be happening in the future. So when we talk about periods of time that will be happening in the future, we are using future continuous. So when we interrupt this point in this action, we will be interrupting an action, or something will be happening then. So this is exactly what happens here. He will be at 10 o'clock. He will be watching the game. Yeah. So this is 10 o'clock, and he will be watching the game around that time. So that's why it's future continuous. You are so irritating. You are. Oh, okay. So we are expressing our irritation. Somebody's losing keys. So you are always losing our keys, and we are expressing our irritation. So so just present continuous. You are always losing our keys. Don't be fooled by the always word. This is irritation, so we want to use present continuous. Mike usually, but today he. Okay, so here we're contrasting somebody's behavior. So here somebody is actually behaving somebody behaves normally usually. That's his normal behavior. But today, temporarily, he is behaving particularly weird. So when we are describing somebody's behavior, we want to use the present continuous tense, and here we use present simple tense. So Mike usually behaves normally, but today he is behaving weird. How long? Corn. Okay, so somebody has been growing corn for some time, started in the past here, and has been growing corn from that point on in the past until now. So this is present perfect, and or present perfect continuous. We are asking about how long Therefore, we want to use present perfect continuous. So how long have you been growing corn? Okay, great. So we're done with the first exercise. We're going to stop here, and then we'll continue with the passive voice exercises.